What is up to world of the living? My name is LexP. Welcome back to Truly Bedrock, friends. I am incredibly excited for today because today Truly Bedrock reaches the end. I hate this joke so much. I keep doing it. We're fighting the dragon today. I'm really thrilled for it. I'm about to go grab all of my diamond equipment and jump into the end portal with the rest of us. So tune in for that and I'll be right back with you and the rest of the whitelist. I love it when we all are together and like doing fun stuff. It's just the best.
But you guys seem way more prepared than me.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll protect you, Bruno.
Do you have a sword and or a bow? As long as you have at least one of those, you're good.
I got a sword.
Okay.
It's halfway through the ability. Should we just go?
There you go. Everybody set their spawn. There you go.
Get in there, Bruno, come on.
No!
Get him in
No!
first.
No!
Just run around and be
Let
safe.
We're gonna kill
You
you
got this.
before you
No.
even get in there.
Oh,
come on.
no.
Yes!
Hey!
Hole in one!
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Everybody in.
Okay.
Everyone crash,
I won't say
everyone
nothing.
crash. Alrighty.
Cut.
Good luck,
Yeah.
guys.
Good
luck.
So guys have been
Oh, you're not coming? Okay.
Oh,
All
people have
right.
been here already.
Charlie, hold
We're
on!
good. Yeah, Foxy and Slack went end rating ahead of time. They always do that.
Where is the boss barman? Should we be seeing him?
Well,
very
the
quiet.
egg is already on the portal.
Oh!
We should probably
Oh.
go, Slack.
Yeah,
we
I
should probably
don't
go
see any
Foxy.
dragon.
Hey,
we
you
need to get out of
two,
here.
what happened?
Mhm.
Yeah, well, no,
It's just an egg.
there's no dragon.
Yeah.
So there was no dragon. We don't know why. Actually, you'd think it would be a no-brainer because Foxy and Slack already went to the end at some point. But they didn't kill the dragon back then. They actually just bridged over into the outer end because, you know, you can do that actually to grab some elite trained shulker boxes. And you know what? At this point, I even believe them because this world seems to be assembled using a Mad Libs prompt and a Ouija board. Either way, we do now have an Elytra though. Look at that, and quite a few shulker boxes. So many that Liara and I actually, we went Andradian, basically. And we also surrendered the rest of the Elytras and the shulker boxes that we gathered to our friends over at Team 1. So to Silent, Deathcraft, Pigglesworth, and Zap. Am I forgetting someone? I'm pretty sure I'm not. To all of them. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun, especially because now I can stand on Liara's giant copper rod, looking over the domain. And look how cool this world looks when you can actually just soar through it. Oh my lord, the firework rockets are gonna be the hottest commodity because from now on, everybody will spend half of their playtime just admiring how cool this world generator is. Seriously! Also, the render distance has been bumped up quite a bit, which is why we can see basically forever. And from our undeadly base, so like Liara, me, and Silent around here in this spruce village, we can see the spawn, we can see the commercial district, and we can see my villager pile. Speaking of which will definitely be very useful to me today. Because you see, I found a little bit of an issue with the entire idea of selling fortune free pickaxes for a high price in the beginning of the season. See, when I built this shop in the last episode, I assumed that all of this is gonna be swept like the hotcakes, and I don't know, this is not hotcakes. This is not how hotcakes work. I mean, admittedly, there's been quite a little bit of a hotcake, like, you know, a lukewarm cakeage being swapped, but this is not the profit I was hoping for. Look at this, people haven't even bought a single Fortune 2, and you know what? My theory behind it. I think the reason people aren't buying Fortune 3 is because the only people who don't have Fortune 3 don't have diamonds either. It's kind of a little bit of an issue with trying to sell starter equipment, essentially, to people who don't have starter equipment. It makes sense. People who don't have money can't buy stuff. It's just science. So I was kind of looking around and thinking about how the solution would go. And then Bruno showed up to my doorstep, and his silly, amazing face actually gave me an idea of a sentry. So check out the clip of us, you know, striking a little bit of a deal. But I'm just warning you right now, this might just be the greatest thing I ever did on Truly Bedrock.
I heard. I don't know. It may be obvious looking at it from here, but you got some books for sale, right?
I mean, yeah, I do have some books. Not quite for sale yet because the shop is not open yet.
Oh, nice.
But it's basically like it's one interior short of being open, I would argue.
Ooh, it's just missing the interior. Am I allowed to go in if there's no interior? Like, if there is no interior, if I go through this door, where do I end up?
There is a floor, I'll give you this. You
nice.
You won't end up infinitely falling.
Yeah.
So yeah, what you after, my dude?
Yes,
What's your
I
poison?
am after.
Uh-huh.
I am after a fortune. Here's the thing. I need a nice pickaxe. I want to go mining and get tons of stuff. And I only have a regular diamond pickaxe.
Okay.
So I heard you got some fortune. Do you have anything else? Any interesting thing for a pickaxe?
How do I say? You got a feather, just in case.
Do I have a feather?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Check this out.
Oh, all the good stuff.
Yeah, this is a quick sampling of what I'm planning to sell here. I also will be selling Silk Touch 1 pickaxes.
So Sloy, all right. I open a chest and I see 4 very nice books.
Yeah. So
but
the
I don't
going
see
rate,
a price tag.
yeah. So a going rate of a fully enchanted book, like high level enchantment books, as set by Liara right now, is 2 diamonds.
Mm-hmm.
So this is technically 8 diamonds worth of an investment potentially for you.
Nice.
But I'm also guessing that since you don't necessarily have any fortune, you won't be getting those diamonds anytime soon. Now, will you?
I am going to be mining really soon, though. But I don't know. There's 2 ways we can go about this, Sloy. I can owe you maybe 10 diamonds. Let's say I add an interest to that, or I can give you something else.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I was thinking an IOU, but I don't have a feather to make an actual signed contract. We need a squid because this one is gonna be signed with blood. Well, Bruno owes 1. Let's not just 1.
I owe 1 Bruno. I owe 1 Bruno to you.
Yeah,
Am I selling you my soul, Sloy?
No, it's more of a favor kind of exchange. Basically, you gotta sign that, you pass it off to me, then I have it, and you know, it's you're getting the books.
Should I trust you, Sloy? You look like a nice guy. I'm about to sign a contract here. You wouldn't take advantage of me, right?
The trick is that as soon as you actually do something for me, I just give you the contract back, and you just have your own contract now. I'm not. You're not selling me your soul. You're lending it a little.
That doesn't sound that bad. That doesn't sound that bad, I guess. No, no. You know what? I'm not going to regret. This is nice. Everything's fine. I mean, I gotta take my thing now. 4 really nice books.
Hey, you never know. Maybe by the time you know it's time to cash this in, you're just gonna buy it off of me with all the diamonds you're gonna be making with your new fortune pickaxe.
Oh, that's really good. All right, Sloy. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, Sloy. I got some mining to do.
Absolutely.
And hopefully that goes well. Thank you so much for your services. And yeah, I'll be waiting for you to redeem that.
Pleasure pleasure doing business with you. Please ignore the even laughter I'll be doing as soon as you exit.
All right. I like how you close the door in my face.
And honestly, it's still kind of funny. It's still kind of funny. So here's the thing that I have now in my possession: a Bruno IOU. And speak of the devil. Alright, Bruno owes 1 to whosoever holds this contract. Signed by Bruno's Danui, or rather Bruno's IOU. And here it is, in the flesh. So this got me thinking. You know how this thing I'm holding in my hands right now is kind of infinitely more valuable than a diamond? Like, especially to me? Because value is assigned not on, like, inherent value of an item. If I'm starving and you offer me, like, 20 bucks or a sandwich, I'm gonna take a sandwich. Sandwich is, like, way tastier than 20 bucks. So we're gonna sell sandwiches. No, that's not at all what I'm gonna do. What I'm trying to say is there's only 1 of this book in the entire server, and that's what makes it incredibly valuable, and also everybody probably wants it. But either way, that got me thinking about something we did eons ago called the pebble. The way that worked is I decided that diamonds are completely useless and I don't want any of them. So what I did is I reinstated my own currency. You see, diamonds you can potentially mine out infinite amount of. The world itself is infinite, so infinite amount of diamonds generate, so you can get just a lot of them, no matter what. The only limit is how long you're willing to mine for them. That naturally leads to inflation. Too many diamonds means that people stop valuing them because, you know, scarcity is what kind of makes the profits go up in this particular situation. So what would be truly scarce? How can we create something that does an extremely limited amount of things in the world of? And I figured there's only one Bruno AOU in the world right now. What if we try to recreate this effect exactly? This is where the written book comes in. Check this out. If we make a written book, if we, I don't know, write something in it, sign it, and write in and offer signing clause, we then have the only copy of this book, right? But nobody really wants to buy it. It's strike and it's kind of absolutely useless, and it doesn't stack with anything, which makes it kind of a shoddy version of a currency. However, we can reproduce and recreate this effect to where it actually will stack with something by simply taking a few copies of it. If we craft them up together like this, we get a copy of an original. Then we can put the original again, scan another copy, and the copies will stack together. Would you look at that? But this is where we kind of go, but wait a minute, Zloy, wouldn't everyone be able to just snag a copy then? Is that not how this stuff works? And the answer is not if they don't have access to the original. Because check this out, if we take a copy of the original, we get a copy of original. But if we take a copy of a copy, we get a copy of a copy. It doesn't stack with the other ones, which is how you can easily identify this as a counterfeit. Now, somebody could still sign a book exactly the same way, and that would function as a, you know, a little bit of a weird situation. But trust me, I have some sort of a copy protection from that too. I'll talk about it a little bit later. So potentially we can issue a number of these incredibly unique items that there are no other versions of in the game. And as long as we can convince everybody else to use them, they will actually function like real-life money. Real-life money does not have any inherent value, only the value that society assigns to it. Basically, if you offer me a sandwich or 20 bucks and I'm hungry, I'll take 20 bucks, but only because then I'll go and buy myself several sandwiches. It's like that fable, you give a man a sandwich and he'll be fed for a day. Give a man 20 bucks and he'll buy himself a sandwich. So this project is gonna be really fun, but unfortunately before I can get even started with it, I'll need what written books are made of, which is ink sacs, which I can get from the squid, I guess, books, which I'm planning to get from the villagers, and feathers, which I'm planning to get from... yeah! See you around in 3 to 10 hours. It now occurs to me that what I'm about to do is basically Minecraft Bitcoin. With the main difference being that this doesn't cause as much environmental damage. I mean, a few squids that I had to kill for it might disagree, but still. Okay, so here's my supply of books, here's my supply of ink, here's my supply of feathers. And yeah, I'm kind of bottlenecked by feathers right now, but don't worry. All of this actually can be more or less automatically generated. Books are basically a hoglin farm plus a sugarcane farm. The ink sacs are a squid farm, and feathers are chicken farm easily. And all of those farms, yeah, I could make them, but I don't have the time right now. And this has to be implemented as soon as possible. This is why I'm trying to get this done as soon as 3rd episode, because if I want this to catch on, this needs to be implemented very early. But before we can get to any and all actual printing of the money, we actually need to decide on a little bit of a branding. Now, these books, it really doesn't matter what's inside of them. The point of them is that they are unique and nobody else can make them. That's way more important than anything else in our situation. But at the same time, I feel having something more than just this book has value, which is what the original Pebble was saying, should add to the delusion of grandeur that we have around here. And luckily, there's quite a bit of stuff we can do using Minecraft books on Bedrock Edition and Java Edition. This actually works for either. So, what we're looking at here is this specific symbol and this like paragraph thingy magic. This appears if you hold Alt and you're on your right hand keyboard, the one with the numbers on it, you type 0167. This is a Unicode symbol reserved by Minecraft specifically to code around a book of text. Check this out. If I put the letter L here, the letter L itself is gonna disappear, but we can then type something and it will be in a large Chungus font. We can also make a lot of real fun stuff, like we can do italics. We can also, if I remember correctly, this sets it to regular, one sets it to complete gibberish. We can also make the letters colored, we can do a lot of real fun stuff with it. Most importantly, we can also implement something called Unicode. And if you don't know what Unicode is, neither kind of do I, but it's a thing that your computer knows, okay? It's a thing that your computer knows and that has extra thousands of new symbols that can also be typed in here. Now, Java Edition actually can even type in the emojis in the Unicode emoticons. Unfortunately, Bedrock Edition is not there for whatever reason, I don't know, apparently just importing the font was a little bit too much effort. But the coolest part is that we can make pixel art using this in a Minecraft book. And people might want to have this, honestly, just to have this nice pixel art and all that kind of stuff. It's the little things, but they definitely are gonna feed into the idea of this being our money. Real life money has freaking presidents on him. Real life money has like cities where I live, drawn on top of them. This is actually really, really cool. It's just, it would look really nice. And of course, though I don't necessarily intend to use this, you can actually even do Unicode symbols that are gonna be colored, which is actually really, really cool, and I will not be doing that because it's entirely too much effort. Holy crap, it's just pain. I don't want to try and do this. It's, yeah. I'm just gonna settle for like giant black squares, thank you, and yeah, be done with it. So after quite a bit of pondering and just deciding how egotistical I wanted to go about this, here's what I came up with. Yeah, I know, this is incredibly basic, but still though, I originally wanted maybe my portrait on this like left page, and then some information about the currency on the right one, but ultimately I decided against it. And also, another thing that I kind of, I don't know, didn't really feel like embracing from the season 1 when we first tried something like this, is the name. I decided to change the name from Pebble, which just, I don't know, doesn't feel that imposing to me to begin with, to, dumb. Mostly because I really want this to catch on and then have people run around asking each other how much dumb do you want to get? Nobody finds this funny than I actually did ask here on YouTube in the community page what you would people call Minecraft cryptocurrency, and there were quite a few good suggestions. I decided to go with this one. So now we just gotta sign this book, but here's the trick though. On Java Edition we wouldn't have to do this, because the by author unknown wouldn't be here. It would always be by ZloyXP, because I'm ZloyXP. Naturally with commands you can make a book that is signed by whoever, but that's with commands, and that's a little bit shitty. Instead, here on Truly Bedrock, we actually run into a little bit of an issue. If we just sign by the bank, for example, somebody else can just make a book that says exactly the same thing on the inside, and on the cover it also says by the bank, because everybody can sign as anyone. Which, you know what, is fun. I like this way more than just having to sign as your actual name. But here's the issue. we won't be able to make this uncopyable, unfakeable if we just do that. Luckily, there's a thing that will allow us to try to hide a secret code that nobody will be able to fake in the author section of the book. Check this out. If we go paragraph symbol K, then whatever we're gonna type in here is gonna be hidden from us. If I just go ahead and type something here, but then hit the home button, do the paragraph symbol and K it, I can hide whatever code I want inside of the line. Naturally, you can still kind of, fake it by just making the code incomprehensible and hoping that nobody will notice. But then the books aren't gonna stack now, are they? Right? On top of it, we can add a visual signifier using one of the literal thousands of Unicode symbols by copying it basically right next to the book. So if it says just this gibberish, then yeah, you will pretty much instantly recognize that something's up with this. But if we copy a symbol in here that's gonna have some sort of an incredibly unique look that is also hard to describe to Google, then no one will know what code this symbol is. No one will be able to, select and copy it from the author chat part of the book. And then we also prop it up with some messed up text at the end. And voila, you got yourself a visual signifier that this is a real deal, and then a digital signifier that this is a real deal that's gonna prove that the books stuck only with the real copies. I'm going way too much in depth about it before anyone even attempted to forge a copy of this, because back in season 1 people actually tried pretty much immediately. So we had to issue a whole new wave, and it was just a nightmare, wasn't it? And voila! One dumb by bank. Sign and close. I feel real good about this. Way better than I should be feeling, because the only way of now scanning a copy of it is doing this, right? So we now have a copy of of the original, right? Is this? Oh my lord, something about the Unicode successfully messed this up so that it doesn't actually say copy of original, it just says dot. Okay, it's fine. Let's take the copy. This is the original. I'm guessing this is the copy of original. And scan a copy of a copy. And now I can't tell which one is which. Well, these are all absolutely bunk. I'll have to do that entire pixel art all over again. And here we go, the first ever dumb, the new currency of truly Bedrock. That is the tiniest speed art I've ever done. Holy crap, this is like, I can count how many pixels is there without even multiplying. Anyway, yeah, this here is the interior of a dumb, which again does not matter. What matters is what is on the outside, specifically the little thingy down here that actually tells you like who it's by. Add the bank. There we go. Nice. And the title is gonna naturally be one dumb. Sign and close, and please just work. Please work. Please. Nice. Dumb, the original. Let's try copying it. And we get copy of original. And now I need to repeat this process like forever. Luckily, I kind of have a system how to do that. It's a little bit stupid and convoluted, but you know what you're gonna do. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna craft up as many books and quills as possible, drop them all on the ground, and hope that we complete the entire project in under 5 minutes. More or less. In reality, of course, what we will be doing is we'll be taking all of these books and quills and crafting them up 8 at a time. I'm pretty sure that you cannot shift-click an item into the crafting bench on Bedrock Edition. You probably can on Java, but you cannot on Bedrock. So the best we can do here is walk into this pile, take our one dumb, and yeah, this is the original one, and fill them in something like this. So we can take 8 copies at most at a time, but at the very least we have some sort of a process this way, okay? It's at least still better than doing this one by one, to be completely honest. Let me have it! Game! Let me... Oh my lord. Just glitches all over. So having repeated that like a lot of times, I am now in horrible pain and want to go lay down. Ow! However, we have 3 by 9 of the dumb copy of original, which is all that we really wanted. We just now need to redistribute this to the masses. Which, yeah, oh, did I not tell you? I'm not just gonna have people come in and buy the money from me. Again, as I said before in this episode, no one can buy stuff if they don't have the money. We need to get the money to the people so the people can buy stuff from me and give me the money. Like, I know this is circular logic quite a bit, but seriously, the idea here is that we're gonna be adding more stuff. This is just phase 1. And phase 1 starts with getting everybody to use my coin, even if I have to give it away for free. Which, yeah, is where we are kind of going away from the entire Bitcoin premise, I know. Also, before I forget, stay in my ender chest. I promise, eventually, for one, I'm gonna keep track of how much dumb there is in the world, and that is gonna help me prevent full-on inflation. But also, I am gonna absolutely destroy the original dumb when the time is right. At phase 3. There are 2 more phases to this. Today we're only working with the first one. And the first phase is we need to give people the money so that they start using it, so that then we can print more of the money. It's genius, if you don't think about it. So naturally we can't just go to people's houses and put money under their pillows, mostly because Minecraft beds don't necessarily have those. However, what we could do is get people to come to us to grab all of the cashola. So I figured we could as well make some sort of a bank building, some sort of thingamajig, some sort of a structure that people are gonna come into. And I was thinking, okay, so what is the symbol of opulence in Minecraft, and especially on Truly Bedrock? And that's when I realized it would be a pig, wouldn't it? For one, a pig is entirely useless Minecraft mob who just like roams around doing nothing. For two, they eat golden carrots, which is just completely unnecessary. For 3, piglins in the nether trade gold for items. And for 4, Silent Whisper is a treasure and we should treasure him. So I actually went out of my way and made a giant piggy bank building, or at least planned a giant piggy bank building here in single player creative to later rebuild on the actual Truly Bedrock server. Unfortunately, then my son got a hold of the computer and blew it up. I didn't even stop him, I just watched. We play Minecraft together nowadays every now and again, it's actually really fun. But that kind of is irrelevant because this thing wouldn't fit into the shopping district anyway, it's entirely too big. I did, however, come up with a smaller building that is just as good, but takes itself a little bit more seriously, which is still, I'm pretty sure, I don't know, it's not up to me, not really. I personally don't have this kind of hang-up, but I did notice that the overall Minecraft community just does not necessarily enjoy builds that don't take itself seriously here on the survival side of the YouTube, and try to opt out for realism. So I think I actually came up with quite an interesting compromise between the two. See, it's like a regular building, even with that like silly pillars and like the triangle thingamajig that all of the banks have according to Google Images. And then bam! There's a pig statue up top. I honestly just took one of the entirely banal lion statues that people are constantly building around their houses and just made it into a pig. I think I actually did really well here. I am still on the fence about using the mushroom stems, both because they are incredibly hard to acquire and also because they don't necessarily look good here at all, in my personal opinion. So I will be probably swapping it for some other material. But other than that, I like this building. I especially like that I managed to fit in a tiny coin pixel art around here. Like, if you look at this, you might think that this is a sun. But in reality, Minecraft sun is square. So this is not a sun, my friends. This is a coin. A bit of a coin. You could say it's a bit. And then I decided to put it right next to my pickaxe shop just to encourage people to, you know, go from one and into another. And it's looking... let me check. Yeah, it's looking great. I'm really happy with how this build came out. I am a little bit concerned right now that like 60% of this build is basically clay in different variants. Like the bricks are clay, the clay is clay, like the terracotta is clay. The pixel art is also like some percent clay. There's a lot of clay. I have declayed a lot of rivers. But even still, I do believe that this build is really, really nice looking, including the piglet on top. He needs a name. He needs a name, everybody. Please give me his name. Actually, give him a name. That's probably how English speaking talk. Anyhow, we are done with the outer shell of it. And we are nowhere done with the interiors. But by this point, I simply don't have the time. I honestly don't have the time to finish this, the interiors of this bank. I wouldn't know how to anyway. I honestly, like, I don't go to banks that much. And even when I do, it's usually just, you know, a building. That's the thing about banks, honestly. They are not opulent anymore. They're just kind of, oh, hey, yeah, come please do business with us. As opposed to, behold, riches beyond your imagination. Yeah, it's, the banks really let themselves go, haven't they? However, that doesn't mean that we need to give up before we actually get to issue our first wave of the dumb. So I counted there's 17 people on the whitelist, as far as I remember, and there's 16 boxes in here. So for now, the bank is just gonna function as a little bit of a post office, and we're gonna give everybody one stack, one of 16 of dumb. Maybe later I'm gonna do actual math and, you know, give people more. But for now, we just need to give them a little bit of a taste of what they can have. And I decided I will also be changing all the prices in my shop from diamonds to dumb 2. Basically, my idea right now is that one dumb is gonna be as valuable as one enchanted book. So it's basically a voucher for an enchanted book in it. You basically plop down one shiny book and take out another. It's very convenient, very intuitive, and I'm gonna distribute the rest behind the scenes in some way or another. Anyhow, right now there's 16 by 18 of dumb in circulation, and I'm really looking forward to when all that dumb is gonna come back to me. After all, we've been in business for quite a while, and look at that, we did 2 sales. And we did way more sales on the Efficiency 5. And we did way more sales on Mending. And we did way more some... How did no one buy Fortune? How's there so much for Unbreaking Free? I am perturbed, I am befuddled, and if anything, this just shows diamonds already are inflating. We need to eradicate diamonds out of the circulation, and we need to do that stat. But also, you know, the current scheme, right, the idea that people are gonna want dumb just to buy my books is naturally flawed. There is still a little bit of an issue with that, which is we still need people to have a bigger incentive to try and earn them from other people on the server. So yeah, next time, or next time we revisit the entire money market, we will definitely have to install some sort of a way for people to actually earn the cash, not just buy stuff using it. But that's all for future Zloy to figure out. Right now, we have another written book in this little bookshelf that we absolutely definitely must fill in. That's right, it's time for us to enter the comment of the previous episode, and I checked the comments and found this one by Sly Gamer Scott, who said 2 days ago, did I just predict this episode in the community post from 3 days ago? And I checked the community post and yeah, they did. They definitely did. Good job! Thank you! It's nice to know that I am this predictable. But also, I guess also this steady, this stable, is that how it works? Is predictability like a symptom of stability or of decay? And of like losing all of my, originality eventually. I do not know. Let me know in the comments, as well as leave me some comments. Leave me some more comments to put in the book. I want to do this every episode, honestly. Promise. Pinky promise. But that's gonna be it for today. So thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been ZloyXP. This has been truly Bedrock. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye.